Alright. Hello, Katarina. Thank you for coming on time. We're having a slight technical issue in that the game is not syncing, apparently. GG, can we do this later? Right. Bypass it. Hopefully that doesn't break anything. Alright. Greetings and welcome, folks, to another Sunday live stream. And a nice sunny Sunday. I'll just keep the door closed, the outside outside, and we'll do some Divinity Original Sin. Maybe we'll actually leave Cyseal this time around. Won't that be nice? Oh, for the love of... It's finally synced. I'm already in this game now, game. GG. Alright, when last we left off, we started some investigation. But some part of the investigation done. With the mysterious murder. We even accused the local garrison commander who had some very unkind words to say about it. But yeah, let's have a talk with Medora.
Dugongs, you nearly startled me out of my boots. Well, you've got my attention, comrade.
There's some questions for you.
Ask away, my friend, ask away. Always helps to know a thing or two about who's covering your back against the gnashing hordes, eh?
Yeah, indeed. Why are you so suspicious of magic and magicians?
Frankly, it surprises me you lot are so eager to work with them. In my experience, they're kinda less reliable than used wagon sales dwarfs from Yuthel Gore. Heed me, comrade. You can't trust a wizard, witch, diviner, conjurer, or seer farther than you can throw 'em.
Seems that there's more to this than she's letting on, but maybe once we get a little bit further in the relation. You said you've seen an artifact like Evelyn's before. A bloodstone, did you call it?
Aye, comrade. And they're as gruesome a relic as their name suggests. Death fuels them, and only a sorcerer would wield them. I've seen one put to use in my day. What I witnessed, well, it's been burned into my eyelids for too long now. I don't know if I'll ever forget.
Your aversion to all things unnatural, why aren't you bothered by our own use of magic?
Well, comrade, I've been around long enough, but not that long, mind, to know that little in this world can be split categorically into light and dark. My distrust of magic is instinctive after my years as a source hunter. But I also know that, at times, using the enemy against itself is the only way to make a lick of progress. So toss your cadabra elixirs and your illusion scrolls to high heavens, comrades. As long as I don't see a hint of darkness about you, you've got nothing to fear from old Medora.
Well, that is good to hear. What evidence of source in Cyseal have you found thus far?
More than I'd hoped, comrade. I don't know what in tarnation's gotten into the townsfolk here, but there's enough dark magic running roughshod to topple a small mountain. There's Mayor Cecil's doings for one, and the mysteries of our master Thaleron for another. And on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shadow.
Tell me about Mayor Cecil.
Now, don't get me wrong, I think the mayor's a decent sort. even if he can't hear farther than the tip of his nose. But from what I've heard whispered around the docks, the old guy's gotten himself mixed up in something not quite on this side of the law. I suspect an illegal source artifact or substance is the root of it, but exactly what or who's given it to him, I can't say. And since I haven't technically been assigned to Cyseal, I don't have the authority to interrogate him.
So you're hoping that I will do it then? Tell me about Valeron. Valeron?
Fella seems like a humble doctor, but I'll bet my sword he's dealing in something darker than splints and tonics. A loose-lipped legionnaire let slip that she'd seen our good doctor scale the city wall on 2 separate occasions, well past midnight each time. What business could he have among the undead?
It's a very good question.
Hardly the habit of an innocent healer, I'd say.
Tell me about the feline menace.
You mean you don't already know, comrade? Their kind can see in the dark. It ain't natural.
Diggy is hiding under the blanket. I'm sure she's fine. Tell me about the Hunter's Edge.
It's no coincidence the Order retired me, or tried to anyhow, to such an aptly named little town. Way back when, the settlement was chartered as a stronghold for source hunters to keep watch over the borders of the Phantom Forest. Don't let the name fool you, though. These days, the forest is little more than a smattering of trees and ruins. A perfect posting for an old bull and her dotage like yours truly. In the days of old, though, the forest played host to source devils of every make and kind. Hunter's Edge was a settlement of source hunters tasked with watching over the border of the forest and putting down anything smacking a source that might creep out of it. By now, it's been centuries since anything more dangerous than a badger has come out of those woods. By and by, the source hunters moved out and regular folks set up shop. But the town's charter requires that at least one of our kind remain to keep the watch.
Alright, I'll take my leave. And the same with you, Jahan.
I assume you address me for a reason, so go on. Speak.
I have questions.
May they be pertinent, Hunter.
You really seem to dislike imps, don't you?
I do, for they have demon blood running through their scoundrelly veins. Admittedly, unlike true demons, it is not impossible for an imp to be kind and mean it, to have intentions other than vile. But nevertheless, these scamps are never to be trusted.
Alright, I just remembered I forgot to do something. Just give me a moment. Yeah. Continue.
Their volatility is not only highly annoying, in all too many situations it can be lethal.
I'm intrigued by your love for animals. If you don't mind my saying so, you don't quite seem like the loving type.
You are right and you are wrong, Hunter. Right precisely because I was wronged. As you long have guessed, the wound that ever bleeds was inflicted unto me by one of our species. Though in many ways she was beyond human scope. My station was a high one once, until I was brought very low. I learned among the dregs that men are the same everywhere. Whether they approach you in a back alley reeking of sewer, or the jasmine-scented corridors of royal castles, they smile at you warmly, like friends would, as they fondle their daggers' hilts behind their backs. You are right that I lost affection, but I found it again among the beasts, among the stray cats and street dogs with whom I shared my all too meager meals.
Hello, SI. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all having a nice day as well. Nice and relaxing day. Past all the celebrations and holidays.
Over time, the deer of the forest no longer fled when I approached. Birds would gladly perch upon my hand and eat from my palm. I found among them a serenity unseen amid humanity. There you are wrong, because for them I harbor a vivid love indeed.
Where are you from, Jahan?
I am not from any place anymore. I go where my quest leads me. Besides, the name would mean nothing to you. The glorious city in the glorious kingdom where I was born. I remember them well, the sandstone castles, hued like the very sun that batters their battlements without rest. I can see them still. The fountained gardens and halls of pearl-colored marble inlaid with gemstones set in shapes of plants and beasts. Yes, I can see them still, though when I try to focus on their details, like mirages, they dissolve upon approach. Time. It frays the foundations of memory.
Yeah, indeed, Mother's Day. And I'll ask her Tuesday what she wants. Today is not the day that I visit Mother. Anyway, why do you hunt demons?
For 1,000 reasons, and for one especial. The 1,000 obvious ones are list with pleasure. The special one, that is my secret to keep.
Okay, so list the obvious ones.
1. Their scourge taints the natural world. 2. Their machinations irreversibly corrupt minds. 3. Their perversions seek to end all beauty. 4. Their schemes unhinge the fabric of space and time. 5. Their presence distorts all intrinsic harmony.
Many hours pass before Jahan stops enumerating his reasons. You are very sorry indeed that you asked. Should party members really keep secrets from one another?
Hunter, I could find you cross-dressed under the spell of a dominant goblin, yet when next we'd meet there'd be no questions asked. I have my secrets. Undoubtedly, you have yours. They are ours to keep.
I mean, fair point, although that is a very colorful image there, Jahan. I'll take my
Your
leave.
prey awaits.
Alright, let's go and do some more sleuthing. Head back down to the harbor. I think we can now do something that I wanted to do before. And we also need to question the captain of that ship about the mayor's staff. The staff that the mayor had ordered, rather. Don't clip that. Right, is there anything here? I mean, I could get some fish, but I don't really want fish. An ink pot. Well, I guess we can have another one. So much fish. Fish, fish, fish. Baskets with tomatoes. And not all that interested in getting food. And actually, I may as well take the food. It's only gonna rot anyway. If I don't take it. That's how it works, right? I'm the only one in this world that actually eats. Ooh, nice. I know, I know. I could pick up a fishing rod. But I'm also not really interested in fishing. Out of water. I mean, truthfully, you all are free to clip as you see fit. If I do say something stupid, I need to be reminded of it at a later point when it becomes relevant again. Or I have something insightful to say. I don't know that it actually happens, but it might. Always looking for ways to make this a little bit more fun for you all to watch and all that. Well, this is also for your entertainment, at least I hope it is entertaining. I did say that I would probably vary this up with other games, and I do still intend to do that to some degree, but I need to find another game I can actually, you know, play that would make sense. That isn't also a game that I'm already let's playing, because that feels counterproductive. That isn't also the same thing over and over again. I mean, I have loads of RTS games in my library, but I do not want to only be playing RTS games. And some of them, of course, will have to be preserved for later points. Now, see if I can remember right how to do this. Now that we actually have the pyramids, I put the teleporter pyramid on that side. That's not what I wanted to do, game. There we go. And then we use this. Now we're on the other side.
Interesting devices, these pygmies among pyramids. They may be small of stature, but their potential is gigantic. Deceivingly clever. It is a trait all demonic machinations share. Yes, demonic. So very obvious to the trained eye. These apparatuses have been forged among the voids of the outer realms, where the light of stars does not reach. You do well to treat them with the utmost care. Perhaps it would even be for the best if you sling them into the reaches of infinity that surround the shelter plane. Better safe than sorry. It is an uncommonly trite thing to say, but it applies to all things demon-dreamt and devised.
You're looking at gift horse in the mouth, Jan. These pyramids are a wonder, and we'll use them to our advantage as much as possible. Yeah, too true. You're looking at gift horse in the mouth, eyes and ears. We should thank Zigzags for giving us these pyramids, not question their origin.
How I pity you. You have a mouth, but do not taste. Eyes, but do not see. Ears, but do not hear. So let me state this clearly, Hunter, that you must always remember, always, that when demons are in play, you are the hunted, and that it takes stupendous cunning and strength to escape their snares. The very moment you are certain you have them in your grip, that is the moment their traps spring, and it is their grip that shatters your soul.
Well, he speaks from experience, most likely, but still.
Dueling with demons is like playing chess against an opponent with queens for pawns. They sit and grin while your pieces slip in the sweaty fear that drops from your beleaguered brow.
Ooh, another book.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that loves him.
Now we can make iron bars.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for a joyride?
And then we do the same trick again.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note
Get back up.
Ooh.
I do hope we don't keep making that noise every time we pick up the pyramids.
That loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orchid-chan loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the joyride? You know the story.
No, it ain't.
Alright, these both are looking a bit lost.
And don't forget the
A
time...
home, a livelihood, all sunk in a matter of minutes while we could do nothing but look on.
Tell me about yourselves.
Well, we were merchants what seems like a moment ago. With our ship sunk, we're little more than 3 men with nothing more to say than boo.
What happened here?
These damn orcs. They can't keep off this place for the life of them. They came in here slinging fireballs and swinging swords. Wasn't a thing we could do to defend ourselves.
How about that birding ship?
That was a right stunning show of magic you pulled, it was. Wish you'd have been around when our own barge went down in flames.
About finding work.
With our ship gone, nothing for it but to get a job. Slim pickings around here, that's for sure. Maybe you can keep an eye out, though.
Hello, chap. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Mother's Day as well.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess
Have
of
you found us a job yet? We'll take anything. Really?
Well, about finding work.
Well, you never know when something might turn up. Keep an eye out, and so will we.
But I think I have an idea about who will give them work.
You
But I
then.
probably will need to find... I probably need to talk with him before I can offer it.
Orchid-chan loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within
On the
500
jump.
yards of my loving
Oh,
nature.
nothing new, sir.
Use...
Ever hear about the time the
Nothing.
captain took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the joyride?
Alright, Conrad.
Oh, and don't
Ahoy,
forget the time-
sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Cyseal?
What do you know about the staff of Pergamon?
Aye, that Cecil's worse than a rooster, crowing all around town about matters he ought to know are better kept quiet. Well, if you know about the staff, I suppose you also know it's gone without a trace. For my part, I haven't a clue where it could have gone. Overboard, stolen, or vanished into thin air. Though I'm quite eager to see it return, I've got a reputation to uphold, you know. Wouldn't hurt to ask some of my men. I tried myself, but sailors tend to be a bit tight-lipped when they're afraid of getting one another in some trouble. Seaman's code, you know. Not to rat out a fellow sailor.
Right, you have
Ever hear about the time the captain
Some
took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the joyride?
ropes, wands.
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and
All right,
don't forget
let's
the time he
we'll
got
talk with the
caught
crew.
passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Ready to advance, ready to defend. What can I do for your
I was wanting to talk with the sailor, Radora, not you.
Shores? Here? In Cyseal? Bah! Of all the cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one.
What do you know about the staff of Pergamon?
Was too busy dodging fireballs to notice anything myself. But ask around a bit. Could be one of the other men spied something I didn't.
Huh?
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught
Do we
passing
get to
along
go
note to
inside the
Lizard
ship?
Councillor's
I
wife.
don't think we do.
Is that why we never sailed the Ythel anymore?
Yeah, we can't even get up to the upper area.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy leaf.
Sauce? Here in Cyseal? Dow. Of all that cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one.
About the staff of Pergamon.
Now you mention it, I noticed Dietmar, a fellow merchant travelling with us, carrying a sealed box off the ship during the attack. At the time, I figured he was just escaping with his personal effects. But it could well have been that staff you're talking about.
Do you know anything about a certain Dietmar?
Well, sure, I saw him slip off the ship, but I haven't a clue where he could possibly be now. Captain Conrad's the man to ask for such matters.
Alright, I'll take my leave.
Speaking of
Sailor,
youthful
what news from the
gore,
mainland?
that loopy legionnaire
Oh, nothing
really
new,
thinks
sir.
that Orchid-chan Zombies,
loves him.
skeletons,
I
you
wouldn't
know
let
the
an orc win
story.
fire.
Heard anything about the whereabouts of the magic stick yet?
Well, one of your men saw Dietmar make off with a package.
What? That weasel has it for sure. But I'll tell you this. I didn't speak of that stuff to a soul on board. If he's the one who took it, he must have known it was on the ship before stepping foot on her decks. I'm sure he'll make a run for it, probably by boat. I'd look for him on an out-of-sight beach somewheres. He's probably there now, trying to launch a vessel in private. If he hasn't already escaped, that is.
Alright, I'll take my leave.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
Ha! No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Alright, now we have something else we can solve. Let's go find
Good on you.
something
These
else.
boss men respect confidence, you know. So what did he say?
That didn't sound like a regular move.
I should have done this from the very start.
Well, got some more free experience. We can move on. Still the festival to enjoy. So,
Not in the mood for cheese.
Captain Jack.
What are ye staring at?
Do you have any work for for a trio of sailors?
Some poor chaps lost their ship and want some work. Just send them to me and tell them there's a bit of coin and a lot of rum coming their way if they don't mind a bit of honest labor.
Alright, I'll take my leave. Well, we'll get back there eventually, but for right now, I kind of want to do the festival bit. Particularly the stuff with Headless Nick.
Performers, showmen, show all of the Cyseal what you're made of. Fucking fear and flatulence.
You there! Sit! Stay a while. Right in front. I'll excite you.
I'll delight you. I'll beguile you. I'll besmile you. I'm Cedric the Sensational, and I'm playing to an empty audience.
Tell me about yourself.
Don't pity me. No, sir. Just a few years ago, I was the all-singing, all-dancing, all-sensational darling of the town. People came from far and wide just to witness my amazing act. When Reginald came, he brought some fantastic prop with him. Now, have you seen it? A talking head. Now, I never expected a silly gimmick like that to be my main competition.
Right, well, tell me about the competition between you and Reginald.
It seems even my usually choosy audience has been taken in by that hack's little gizmo. I'm a man of skill, sleight of hand, feats of wit, and pure entertainment. This curio is ruining what used to be an art. And even when there's no crowd to speak of, old Reggie still has at least one fan calling bravo and hee-haw. Sure as the sun sets, that one devotee attracts 5 more, and those 5 more all curious about the commotion. I don't know how he inspires such loyalty with less talent contained between his hat and his boots than I've in my crusty handkerchief.
I'll take my leave. Well, that does indeed sound like it's not highly authorized. We haven't actually seen the act.
Like someone who's never been serenaded by a severed head? Step right up!
Today, I think, a king. The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
Word!
Bravo!
Today, I think, a king. The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines.
Fantastic!
It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elva,
What a
who knew
tale.
Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd
My
himself,
word.
that the king had a great thirst for colour.
Bravo!
So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
You there! Take a seat. Prepare to laugh your head off, cry your eyes out, and teeter on the edge of your seat with an original tale from Stefan, the talking severed head.
Yeah, that's not his name, but tell me about yourself.
I am Reginald the Illusionist, purveyor of the most amazing artifact in Andervale. This fantastical talking head. Catch the act while you can. This show will only remain in Cyseal as long as there are Legion soldiers to entertain.
That would hide that you're here forever, but still. How about your competition, Cedric?
Ha! Yes, I know of that talentless bull. He was here entertaining the troops before I was brought in. I'm sure the hack simply bored his audience to tears until they cried for a replacement. Enter Reginald the Illusionist. We need our boys in red happy, relaxed, and ready to fight. Not wasting their energies cringing at a fool with a depressed rabbit in a borrowed hat.
Let's discuss your talking head.
Why do I care what tall tales you've heard about Stefan's origins? Try to do something about it if you dare. The fair's full of legionnaires who love no better entertainment than cutting down a source hunter for stirring up trouble.
Just for that, I'm gonna ruin your show. I'll take my leave.
He's right, you know. We can hardly walk off with a talking head in the middle of a crowded fair.
We'll just have to think of something more clever than daylight robbery.
A talking head? What dark sorcery is this?
Fantastic!
And a talking arse. Would that be sorcery too? No, of course not. That is called Medora.
This is probably not the right kind of pairing, but then again, yes, I think pretty much every other character would take the make out of Medora.
What are you looking at me for? There's a great show going on right in front of you. And look, there stands the world-famous Reginald the Entertainer. Better check it out if you don't want to miss the time of your life.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, I'm nothing but your average man taking in the best show I've ever seen. I'm amazed and astounded that for a meager gold coin or two, I can take in this first-rate entertainment all day long.
The same show all day? Seems like a bit much.
Well, I've stumbled into quite the fine gig. I'll just let my appreciation for Reggie's work be known, and he slips me a few gold coins in return. My voice happens to carry pretty far. Cyseal hears me. Cyseal wants to see what the fuss is all about. And let me tell you, this amazing show just can't be beat.
Yeah, I kind of would be annoyed if you were talking the entire show, though. Well, we've already established that a lot of people in Cyseal are kind of simple.
A familiar face. Come, watch the show. I promise it'll take your mind off beheading baddies. Or whatever it is you do with all those muscles.
Haven't you heard? Reginald uses a crowd warmer.
A person whose sole job is to praise the performance and stir a crowd. A genius invention. No wonder Reginald has had such success. I knew his act couldn't have outshone mine on its merits alone. Please, you must hire him for me. Imagine the scowl on that conman's face when my rightful audience returns to me. A must-see event.
Alright, let's go do that.
You there?
Fantastic.
Just waiting for his big debut.
What are you looking at me for? There's a great show going on right in front of you. And look, there stands the world-famous Reginald the Entertainer. Better check it out if you don't want to miss the time of your life.
Would you be interested in warming up the crowd for Cedric over there?
Well, I don't see why I should. Reginald and I have grown rather friendly, you know? And in any case, it'll be hard to pull myself away from this fantastic show.
Well, there seems to be no reason that I will be able to do this with reason. Let's try charm. I suppose a professional like yourself would have enjoyed the challenge. Alright, our charm is stronger, but of course we still need to win the game.
My word!
It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and
My
gory
word!
reds that he ordered a contest across his realm. Today, I think, a king, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war
Well,
machines.
I guess it's been long enough since I've stretched my wings a bit, and it ain't so far of a flight now, is it? Maybe I will have a peek at what Cedric's up to over there.
Yay.
So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
Showman, show all of them. Cyseal, what you're made of.
Look like someone who's ever been serenaded by a salmon.
You there. You look like an actor just...
And look at that. The entire crowd immediately goes over to the other side.
What? Where is everyone trotting off to? Don't they want to hear how the story ends? Doesn't anyone care about the oldest dragon knight of Rivellon and his machines of rainbow-ribboned war? What? Where is everyone trotting off to? Don't they want to hear how the story ends? Does do re mi fa sol la ti? Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to prepare for the next show. Autographs will have to wait until the end.
Tell me about yourself.
I doubt I have to tell you that I am the amazing singing Stefan, the only sentient severed head in Cyseal. My audience sings my praises from hill and dale. Psst. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Oh, bless the seven. Look, you've got to help me. I've been kidnapped. Pleasure to meet you. Now, please, Stefan has many fans to meet today. Psst, now help me. Take me to Reginald's cellar. There I will reveal everything.
Well, if you're ready, I'm gonna pick you up now. You want my little right in my pocket, will you?
It won't be the worst indignation I've suffered. Get on with it then.
That is enough of that now! Strange! You appear to be my only client. Did the whole of Cyseal eat some bad chicken, or what? Aye, these Cysealian cows wouldn't dare chew their cud without the full support of the herd. Without my crowd warmer, I can't attract a crowd for the life of me. I think you've gotten quite familiar enough by now, thanks. Keep your paws in your pockets, if you please. I knew that fool could never have garnered so much as a guffaw on his own merits. I'll see to this matter immediately.
Well, if you're going away...
Do re mi fa sol la ti. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to prepare. It won't be the worst.
There. Now we have a talking head.
Tis I, Reginald the Entertainer.
Come on!
I said!
Oh, that Gallagher is quite the performer. One of my own ilk. Sometimes all the flies need is a little honey, eh? And things are certainly buzzing around here.
It's all over now. Without my clients, I'll starve. I'll be thrown into the cold. I'll have to sell my favorite silk underthings just to pay for firewood. This inbred fool of a monkey has ruined me!
That's kind of unkind.
Cedric, show us a doozy!
Don't donate your...
Well, I'll be a goblin's uncle. I hadn't the faintest clue there was another show over here.
Alright, well, that's been resolved at least. Now we can also put on a little show of our own.
And who are you supposed to be?
The stage master, are you? Perhaps I'd like to perform a show.
Take it up with Katerina. She's the master of this pig circus after all. Don't you have an impressive...
Alright, that's fine then. We've read the book, so I kind of know the broad strokes of what to play.
Enjoying the fair, aren't you? Of course you are. Entertainment is Katerina's #1 export to this gloomy town.
Well, I'm ready for my theatrical debut. When shall I start?
Right away, my dear, just as fast as your boots can carry you. You've found something decent to perform, I trust, and you've gathered enough actors to do it justice? Speak to Master Chaucer if you're ready for your debut. He alone can adequately prepare you for the stage.
Alright.
You there! You look like... What is it this time? Katerina's given the go-ahead, has she? Oh, very well then. Tell me when you're ready to begin, and I'll show you to your places and gather you whatever crowd of drunken yokels can be prevailed upon to watch you flail about on stage.
Alright, I'm ready to begin.
Ready for your trial by fire, you mean? There's no more savage foe than an audience, my dear. But I'm sure you'll do just fine. May the show begin!
I can do a better drunken impression than this fellow. A two-man show.
Playing to an empty audience, are you? Wait until I've gathered some victims to witness the spectacle, and then you can begin. Any last words?
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated.
Alright, let's begin.
No, let's not be hasty. They may be dragging their feet, but your show is sure to knock the crowd's socks off. As soon as they settle into their seats, that is.
If I wanted to wait around doing nothing, I'll get a
The
job.
stage is yours.
Well, what's the hold up?
Right.
Wow, he's a con man! Don't donate your... time...
The crowd seems to know the tale. They wholly approve of your beginning.
Bravo!
Tis I, Reginald the Illusionist!
Well,
And then the gods could be there, look.
Simply marvellous.
The Illusionist!
The crowd is thrilled. Whatever will happen next is sure to excite them.
good show.
Cedric's show is a doozy! Woo!
Oh, I hope there's an encore.
The crowd seem quite impressed with your delivery. Keep it up.
As interesting as it would be to pretend to become a werewolf, let's not do that.
Cedric's show is a doozy! Woo!
Oh, I hope there's an encore.
Don't donate your...
Good show.
Time to that charlatan...
Celia there, beyond the mist.
They're on the edge of their seats. Go on. Push them over.
Marvelous.
Gasps ring out across the audience. They must know how it ends. They simply must.
So much enthusiasm. Land, my sweet land at last, and we shall call it Cyseal.
The crowd explodes into applause and appreciation. You've woven them a tale of desperation and hope, and they're alive with the thrill of it.
It's
Yay.
a future of entertainment.
He's a con man! Don't donate your...
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Cyseal, what you're made of.
Right, now, I'm sure that this can be much more interesting if you've got, if you do it wrong. Actually, let's do it like this.
You there? You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
We probably should change our formation a little bit.
You there? You look like an actor just
My
waiting
God!
for his
He's
big
gone!
debut.
Best in Cyseal!
The
Where could he be? Where could he be?
Alright, we need to head for Reginald's house. Where is that again? Reginald's house. Right, that's where we found the trapdoor. Now,
Ah, a little privacy at last. Out of earshot of that contemptible jester. We can finally speak freely. Where shall we begin?
well, tell me about yourself.
My true name is Nick. In life, I was an entertainer aboard the ship of the famed Pontius Pirate. I once dared to defy him and he savagely beheaded me for the attempt. Little did I know the abuse was only beginning. A wandering sorcerer, mad as the day is long, found my severed head on the beach and resurrected me. I spent months in his company listening to him blather on about his every inane opinion. When I asked him to return my head to my body, it must be in the Black Cove still, he became enraged and tossed my head into the sea. Reginald stumbled upon me some days later and consigned me into his horrid little show. I know not how long I've been entertaining slack-jawed imbeciles at the Cyseal fair. All I know is I just can't take it anymore.
So you want to be reunited with your body then?
More than anything. But the chances are so slim with the Black Cove utterly infested with Pontius's undead cronies. My poor lost body is among them, sightless and silent in their vile company. For all I know, they're using it as a coat rack. Traveller, if there were any way you would brave the cove's depths and reunite me with myself, you'd be doing me the only kindness I'd have received in as long as my poor memory serves.
Alright, what do you know about Reginald?
That charlatan doesn't have a lick of his own talent. So he begs, borrows and beats it from those of us with a real vision for the stage. What I wouldn't give to give old Reggie a swift kick in the jugglers. Oh, to have legs again.
Well, if you're ready, I'm going to pick you up now. You won't point a riot in my pocket, will you?
It won't be the worst in...
Alright, enough of that. Let's move on. Alright. Forming the crowd, that's fine. Alright, let's go talk with the sailors. Right. Let's swap the position so that Medora is in front.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
I should have done this from the very start.
Right, much better.
your fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my
And we're making some nice experience overall.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything, really. So there's a captain offering booze and brass for a bit of crate loading? Gods be praised, you've done it, friend. Off we go.
Yay! And
Truly waste precious time providing seamen with new situations. Each sifting grain of sand in the hourglass is another warning. Act now or open the doors to death.
oh please, Jahan, you're immortal. We can afford to spend a little bit of time. Now, do a bit more grave robbing. We got so many open quests, we might as well add a few more.
Excellent. Let's keep it that way.
Do I seem like the sort of concerns myself with such things?
Now, we also have Ecklendir over here.
Oh, how nice it is of you. The very picture of youth, to break the monotony of an elder's day. Wild away on this hardwood bench. Pray, let me be forward with you. O sapling rose, O leaf of spring. For my weary mind is troubled, and would highly prize thy gentle-handed assistance, thy kind ministrations.
Tell me more about yourself.
I am but an aged elf that has seen the years parade in long succession. Gladly shall I tell you more. Will I regale thee, O whelp of men, with my tale? But not here, where the winds may steal my words.
About the assistance you asked of me.
You would listen to my grievances, guide me towards untroubled realms. Oh, you are truly a wonder, oh budding flower of the morn. Yet that which I would tell you is of a rather private nature. So let us escape both the chill and the eye of public scrutiny.
Oh, well, he is already up to no good then.
Hot spiced wine and a snug little room awaits us on the King Crab's first floor. Let us go there, so that we can warm our bones, yet make shiver our hearts with a tale of loss and sorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so...
Rest in peace, darling.
I smell rotten lamb chops.
Here we have a cave. An old elf, Ecklendir, asked us to meet in his room as King Captain. Said he needed our help with something. Well, the name of the log entry already suggests what is going on, but... Alright, so I don't think this cemetery is being maintained all that well. That's a lot of coffins. I must be very careful. Nope. Fight. And we are fighting against undead. Summon a little bit something to buffer us from their initial strike. And a fumbling undead mage. Well, let's get into position. And move forwards.
Lifts like a weather, drops like a troll.
Can't see the targets. Yeah, I need at least... I think I need 4 points to shoot. Yeah. Let's just take a turn. Alright. And we found some iron ore. There are some scrolls. And husk over there. I think that's everything we can find here. Although likely not the last time we'll have to fight. Alright, let's do some mining. Feels like just like Skyrim again. Vein has been depleted. Is there any other veins that I can see? I do see a skeletal scorcher, which looks like a skeleton with a flamethrower. Let's give this to Medora. You can probably carry a lot. Right, let's approach this carefully. Or, you know, instantly get spotted. Looks like we're still out of range though. Right. Definitely gonna need the distraction spider. Bet he didn't work. Crushing fist. Darn. This is quite a bit more tough. On. Yeah, I don't want to get him poisoned. Poison is just one of those things you don't want to put on undead, because it heals them. Right, let's not stand into fire. Let's get rid of that stuff.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Can't do anything else. But thanks to the cloud, it'll be a little bit harder for him to actually target something vital.
Chaos grips my hands today.
Target is blocked. Right.
I can see the white light. Bless the sun. I am restored.
Right, no, don't miss.
No glory in this death.
Let's create a little bit more light. Maybe hopefully find some more veins. And also meet Wolgraf.
You see a shady-looking figure fishing coins of gold out of the muddy water that pools beneath the well overhead. His movements are quick and nervous, but nevertheless, he seems to enjoy stuffing what cash he can find into the many pockets of his shabby garb. So absorbed is he in his coin hoarding that at first he doesn't notice your presence. Suddenly, though, he pauses, looks up, and quick as a cat its talons, readies 2 daggers.
Oh there, fella. We don't mean to. You mean you're no harm? Tell me, what are you doing here?
Your friendly tone of voice has immediate effect. The man quickly relaxes his aggressive stance, sheathes his weapons, and pulls a quill and a scrap of parchment out of one of his pockets. Dexterously, He writes down a couple of phrases, then holds it out for you to read. Mute, can't speak. You look professional. You the source hunter the wizard asked for?
Indeed, I am a source hunter.
Excitedly, the man turns over the scrap and pens a few more lines. Name's Walgraf. I admire you. No hero like source hunter. Cyseal, dead end. Please let me join you.
I'll take my leave. As much as I do enjoy having Wolgraff in the party, he is quite a hoot. Unfortunately, I have no room for him. I'll leave him to his gold coins. They're just gold and up. Let us up go. Let us go down. We are not yet ready for dealing with that. We want to go this way. I just quickly want to double back around the route we came, because I'm most certainly missed a vein somewhere. Hanging lamp. These will turn everything that can make light on. Go back to the coffins. There's that rat I wanted to talk to. Stand still.
The outskirts of Cyseal are infested with undead. Are you the exterminator?
Yeah, I guess you could call me that. Right now, I guess I was mistaken. There is no apparent ore vein here. Let's just keep moving. Going underground in Cyseal is a good way to find.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Need. Alright. Let's first of all, let's keep healing Madora. How do we figure this? Oops.
This place is unbearable.
Alright, let's not do that. Luckily, we have a cure for that. A little bit of rain indoors. It looks like there was nothing on the floor. Can we turn this torch back on? another ore vein. Can you do this?
Bless the seven, I am restored! Oh.
Vein depleted. Alright. Medora is fully healed.
Into the fray once more.
And let's be careful about any further traps.
Careful now, that's a trap.
Another explosive mine. I don't have a disarming kit. Right. Hardware it is. Chest. And we have another there. Does this lead? Oh, right, this bridge area. Oh, that's nice.
Bless the seven, I am restored!
Well, so far so good, but of course we're not really getting anywhere. But it is a neat way to get a little bit of extra treasure. Another stairwell.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Alright. This is more what I was looking for. This is a place we have not yet been to. Right, we need to be a little bit more careful here. Right, let's detach everyone. Let's make it rain again.
It never rains, but it pours, eh? have lain a trap.
The lever. Wonder why we can't reach that one. Here, hammer, skull. All fine goods. Let's go move along. There. If so careful with the trap. I'm not strong enough. Adora, are you strong enough?
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Well, that basically means that I cannot move this way without setting off the trap. Ah, darn it.
Assume you address me for... And so let the...
And let's just turn that off again. Can I just destroy this chest? Dora, you're stronger. Alright, that's not gonna do anything then. Recipe. Breaking this door is not gonna work. I'm missing something obvious then. There might be a clue in the... You can't reach. Can I hit those? gotta be something I'm... Don't think I have any lockpicks on me. Alright, that seems to do a bit more than physical damage. Let's move you out of the way then. How about a blitz bolt? Yeah, not really. Alright. What a fireball. No, no, no. Stand and deliver. Alright. I could have handled this much more cleverly. Some of these traps you just cannot avoid. I know there's an off switch somewhere down the hallway, but let's get everyone across so we don't keep triggering the same trap over and over again. Just sort of way, but alright. Kinda hoping that burning skeleton would have a little bit more on its bones. Iron bars, good. There's this.
I'm stuck.
Well, I probably should not have operated that while in the water. Right. Any pin? That seems like that's all we're gonna get over here. At least the thing over here stopped. So now we can just avoid triggering anything else. Ooh, there's a key. Did not see the key. We have it. the journal. And I think we can probably hook everyone back up again. Alright. The journal's cover appears swollen and weather-worn. Its fine cracks as you open to a yellow page. Free Reuben. They heave themselves across the tunnel like great slimy rats. Soon enough, I'll hear them tapping, banging on my cellar door. Think that the smithy of Cyseal will close for this. Doors have been remained open through sleet and shine for 100 years, except for a passel of living bones. Poor Reuben. Today, the last fires will burn in my forge. I have crafted traps, many of them. The undead don't like fire, so I've heard. So they'll get a mouthful of it if they dare to crawl towards the cellar. I only hope that no innocents enter the cellar before the trap. I sprung. Alas, there's a chance I must take. Alright, so... why did the blacksmith close, though? Just take the hammer, iron ore. That's all there is. And now we're inside the abandoned house. And we have another volume of He Who Smelts It. Alright, rumors has it orcsmiths make their great axes with 2 pieces of steel. Most men couldn't carry such a large weapon, let alone swing it. A few attempts the forging process. 200 swords can be crafted in a similar manner using a twin pieces of iron instead of steel. A sword as long as man is high. It takes quite a broad sword to wield such a thing. Well, we have plenty of iron. Nice painting of a one. Which holds. There. Now we don't have to worry about taking anything else with us. And there's a chest over here. Goodies in it. Oh. You never have a shortage of buckets. I kind of want to move this out of the way. I think the other doors are probably all locked, yeah.
Under lock and key.
That's alright. We have a way out. Ooh, the Divine Light skill book. Of a woman, yeah, we can't take that with us. Oh, well, that's fine. Let's go free up some inventory while we're at it. Yeah, again, I don't know why the smith would have closed his doors like that, but that hardly matters. Ingredients. The recipe we already knew. Well, iron ore by itself will not give us anything. I guess you can't do anything. Yeah, the iron ingots are much lighter because we probably have carved out most of the impurities. An iron bar again. Does it give me anything else? Gives me a steel bar, right. Due to even further refinement. And let's make 2 steel bars then. And now on the anvil. You know, that's not how I do it, is it? Craft. Iron. Iron. Recipe. Large iron bar. You make a large iron bar. You do that again. Because you can't throw it in the furnace. Make a homemade axe. That's not what I want though. I mean, yeah, normally you would need steel to make, you need coal to make steel from regular iron. But here we can just put the iron through the furnace twice, but now I'm a little not sure what to do next. Huh. I want to make a large iron bar. But how to do that? I'm just gonna quickly look it up. Give me a moment. That doesn't help. No, that also doesn't work. Come on, just... I mean, I don't think it would be that, but I don't have ore anymore. Let's try something else. Let's split the stack. There we go. That's how you do it. Large iron bar, and then we can use the large iron bar a homemade two-handed sword. Also, Jahan, could you please put your weapon away? You're making us look silly. There. The ingredients are usually quite straightforward, but you do have to, you know, work with game logic to get it just right. Alright, so let's send this to Medora. I don't think this is better than her weapon, but I kind of want to see how much differs. Alright, so her two-handed sword is slightly better still. But only just. Medora, can you make your sword keen? You don't have the ability. Alright, back to Anthem. Don't have the ability to turn swords into something. That is a pity. Alright. Well, at least we lightened our load a little bit. Done a bit of minor experimentation. Let's go... let's go meet Eglandir. Sure he's warmed up by now.
Secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
Where is Eglandir? There he is.
Ah, you have come. Yes, that is most satisfactory. Begone, brittle mask of age. Hear me now repeat the words of Brittletooth, the child snatcher of Carador. Come, play with me, for I'm hungry. Come, play, play, play.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Eglandir Twilsalanar, elf of the House of Gandavum, the slaughtered House of Gandavum. But by the twin blades of the Shadow Vixen, I shall have my revenge. The walls of memory are stained with blood, and I would see them bloodier still.
About the assistance you asked of me.
The game, yes! A game of blood and brutality, of death and dexterity. Fun as herring the horror harlequin. But, like the serpentine stalker hisses before the stab, hush now. Darkness, darling. Hush, hush, and listen to my tale. The elves of Gandavum, they lived in peace. Oh, yes. But one night, when the moon had hid her face, the orcs of the tribe of Kazuldagar beset our city. They cooked and ate and burned every last one of us. The light of dawn never saw an elf of Gandavum no more.
But you?
All undone. Every last one of us. Except for me, the Midnight Rambler, away from the city. I was very old back then already, though indeed I whisper of many years hence. But death shall not find me. Oh no, not until every beast of Kazuldagar has been bled. I may be frail, a withered grey,
but the wealth of kings is mine. Countless assassins have ministered to the vengeance that is my want, and now is almost over. By Kala, Lady of the Last Gaze, I swear it is almost done. Only the very last one of the Khazaldagar still eludes me. The crowning kill that would seal its fate and mine alike. I have tracked her down by the curse of the spine spear I have. She does not know her ill-shapen sun is setting fast. Color the dusk red, O sword of youth. Bloody the day with the bramble sap that runs through the veins of Victoria. Bring me the amulet that clings to her flesh, soon to fade. And yours shall be the bounty of vindication. Mine shall be its sanguine satisfaction after long, long last.
So my target would be Victoria, the girl orc.
Yes, Victoria. She is the one whose heart must be held in hand. The heart around which the fingers of that hand must clench and tighten until its choking flesh bulges with blood and its beat slowly breaks.
Uh-huh.
The orcs of Khazaldagar, they knew my name. Oh yes. By the bite of the roving rattler, they knew my design. And so they sought to save their last, an infant, she who was to be queen. To no avail, oh no. Years, how many I know not. Years I searched, and now she has been found. Her name is that of a woman, her employment that of a civilized being. But by the fork of Barbara Man-Eater, she is nothing but an orc, a cyst of nature. One of a misbegotten litter dragged into life from the tumoured womb of a filthy, coarse-haired beast that was humped like a dog in the darkness of a stinking hollow.
Such colourful descriptions.
Victoria, librarian, daughter, adopted child of Cyseal, mayor of Cyseal. There is bloodlust in you. I can feel it. Let it out. Set it free. Undo the last of the Khazaldagar. By the breasts of Sishara Goatsucker, give me my revenge!
I'll take my leave. Yes, indeed, that is the librarian that he wants us to kill.
That was quite the radical change we witnessed. I never would have thought that the benign old man we met outside would turn out to be a vengeance-driven aficionado of assassins.
He's as much a savage as those orcs. How is Victoria guilty of a tribe's crime if she was but a babe at the time?
He is as much a savage as those orcs. And how is Victoria guilty of her tribe's crime if she was but a babe at the time?
By the needles of the million bleeder.
I'm not gonna fight on this one.
Indeed. Victoria probably doesn't even know about her past. And yet, she's on a, let's call him eccentrics, hit list.
Right, so we've gained some forgiving.
Stalking in the night. By the needles of
Which makes us immune to cursed.
end it all. End it all in blood.
Alright, let's get away from that. And let's just maybe give Victoria a heads up.
place this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Rack! What mayhem!
Alright, let's just drop our journals here. We'll need that one still.
The knight in see-through armor? Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom? Stenticken! Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? If sorcery still hasn't been returned, Theleron will have to pay yet another fine.
Right, that's the cookbooks. And I would like to take the collection. Where do I put the smelting books?
Volume 1, Volume 2, but where has the third one gone? Shatsu.
And there it
Sometimes
is.
I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
Book number 5. Now that's done. Settled my OCD a little.
Jageta, friend.
Let us discuss Eklandir the elf.
Kiralizor. Oh, do pardon my language, my friend. But that is quite the startling revelation. So much sadness, so much anguish. Eglandir's tale is heartrending, though it seems that in the pursuit of retribution, he has himself become as great a ghoul as those that wronged him. Does he not see that I am now the one who is to be wronged? Why, oh why must he make me, of all gentle-minded and life-loving creatures, why must he make me the target of his imperishable hate? Whom have I ever harmed? I live for books, not brutality. So, let us approach the situation with reason and ask ourselves, where do we go from here? Though, first let me say this. Hashizm bil kushum zunum. From my heart, I thank you for warning me. I thank you and I trust you. So pray, let me pose the question. What do you advise we should do?
Well, arresting is probably the best idea. It is but your amulet the elf wants as proof of your death. So why not give it to me?
My amulet? But it is Haxmagi, a sacred token that houses the presence of my ancestors. No, I cannot part with my talisman, the keepsake of my soul.
Right, well, we could. Right, let's try to reason with her.
Put it like that, I guess. I cannot say that it is. I do this very reluctantly, but fine. Have my talisman. May it fool the elf that would see me dead.
Let's deal with this real right quick. As much as I want to believe that arresting him would solve anything, I have no proof. He did something. Most of the town probably only knows Eklandir as the foolish, senile elf.
Soon the last will be beaten. Beaten. Here I wait for thee in the dark. But the stab shall bring the light. Minister to death. That is what I want of thee.
about the assistance you asked of me?
Yes. Yes. Have you made the orc feel the black and biting cold center toward the gangling grip of the greedy grey?
Here you go, Victoria's amulet.
Yes. So it is. So it is. By Angus the Impaler's favourite steak, you've done well by me. Oh, Ravager of Gazaldagar, the last of their line is dead. The House of Gandavon has been avenged. Sweet flowing blood. The quest of decay is at an end. My wealth is yours. My life is death's. By the hollow sockets of the Voidwood Eye Gouger, I bid thee thanks and fond farewell.
Right, I don't want to be petty and all that, but is that all? That's your life's wealth? Pitiful indeed.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
Right. Well, I guess that's the last of him we've seen, and we have someone that leveled up. I think I will give you another point in strength. Alright. Are gonna be a armor specialist.
Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
May the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
It would, but yeah, then again, with fanatics, who knows? Maybe he truly believes that now that he holds that amulet, that there is no way that she would ever surrender it. Well, we can always hope that he was indeed true to his word, that he was indeed at the end of his life. And let's sort by type. Right, Divine Light. Let's send this to Medora. And this to Anaman.
May the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Yeah, we got so much stuff, we should really start doing something about it. I don't think any one of us is a lore master. You have a skill in it, because of materialistic. And we just need a glass.
That's quite the valuable gift.
Hmm. Yeah, indeed. Well, that's thinking that he was still thinking logically, at least. I'm not sure Ecklendir had all his ducks in a row still. Alright, only the best for my favorite partner.
Only the best for my favorite partner.
Excuses more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman bear.
Your kindness is...
Alright, let's just do that. Don't think that changed anything.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Do you sell glasses?
Ah, gracious patron, I see your tired eyes looking a bit teary. I've just the potion for that. Or would you prefer a toasty fire spell to dry those vapors?
Take my leave.
lovely to see you again. Have a
Right,
look.
let's just sell you these paintings that I found.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Right. I would like the treasure map 1, please.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
My map is slowly filling up with secrets.
Indeed. Now we actually have... the location of Cyseal's prowler's lost chest of trophies. You don't believe in ghosts, do you? So, Jerome's treasure map says there's something over there. That's outside of the city limits, though. But it could be worth it. Alright, let's move out. Actually,
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Pay the big cheese on your block for the wheel of the good stuff.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
right. Yeah, let's go outside for a bit. Let's see if we can find something else to do. After all, we have some expeditions that we need to do. Going towards the lighthouse seems like a good idea. And I think we've seen quite enough of Cyseal for now.
Good luck out there, Hunter. Bony brutes will never make it inside these walls.
I feel like I've just had a long bath in a cold lake.
Now, a bunch of undead over here. Level 3, so that should be just about on par with what we can manage. There we go. Locked away. Right. And we do a ricochet.
This will make your blood run cold.
That's not gonna happen. Let's see if we can keep. That didn't help. Need to get into a better position. Do a staff attack for now. Ouch. I think I can do about the poison for now. That zombie is in the way.
My power is your power.
We definitely need to keep you healed.
Ascension time, eh, my friends?
That is unfortunate.
Eternal silence awaits you.
Can't see the targets. Right. And we just have the archer in the back there left, who can't see us currently because of the smoke.
Die, vermin!
Alright then.
An invigorating fight that was. And what a killing blow you delivered.
Alright, how would Samantha do this? Let's have a bit of an ego.
You had better save your petty compliments and learn from my example. That would serve us both.
Gladly I'll learn from your example, and perhaps you'll learn from my courtesy. Wouldn't that too serve us both, my friend?
Right then. I mean, it wasn't quite as close a fight as it could have been. Also, I really was a little bit worried when my door was turned to stone.
I needed that.
Right. Keep going with perception for now. Can't yet upgrade bows. Personality. Can't do anything with that just yet. Let's take another point in blacksmithing. Right. You also leveled up. Definitely intelligence. Skills wise, don't really want to add to that. Let's give you telekinesis. Definitely intelligence score. Dual wielding 1, still the way to go. Let's make you the law master. Speaking of which, anything I don't know can be at the Hanuman. Let's do a bit of identifying. Alright. The Blizzard Fine Robe of the Runner. Unity to Cursed. That definitely sounds like a good deal. Off cap. Extra hit points. We'll take it. This can go back to you. Extra point for pickpocketing. Extra Blizzard Fine Mail of the Runner. Air resistance, although that's just plain better than what we currently have. This wand is... it's technically better than our old wooden fire wand, so... and it will give us the same use. So let's equip. Alright, let's go looting. So, kind of clever of that undead killer to start the fight with by destroying that ooze barrel, making sure that I could not flank them, and also giving them an option for healing, although they didn't use it. Investigate the Lighthouse, a potential hotbed of undead activity. Eliminate any undead and report findings back to the base.
Part of the expedition Lieutenant Selenia was talking about.
Not much we can do for these sad souls, but where are the others?
Ooh. Easy, sell it. Yeah, it's not all that often you run into stuff you can just outright sell. Like a scarecrow. Nothing over much over there. Let's go just pick up some regular items best we can. There might even be some ore out here that we can mine. And there's some more undead over there. Oh, we've been spotted. Oh darn, an exploder skeleton. Well, at least it slows them down a bit, but I wish I could hit that thing. I kind of want to blow it up while it's in the middle of them. Right. Well, that was not the most intelligent attack of theirs, but... yeah, hammer time indeed. Alright, that'll give Animan a little bit of time to work. Annoying, but not that dangerous. Alright. Let's not take the direct route because I don't want to get poisoned. And that's out of sight. Ooh, nice.
This is the end for you!
Despite the small ambush, that went well overall. On it.
I feel like I've just had a long bath in a cold lake.
Well, at least we have another portal. And we do have plenty of resurrect scrolls. Hey. After we had such a good turn getting everything. Right. Want to go pick up that bow. But at least we are close to the lighthouse. I'll just spend a few moments healing up a bit. And also, I did not check if I could equip anything.
Sweet relief.
Well, this can be equipped. Right, the Elm Shortbow is overall better than what we have, but it's also a little bit too difficult for us to use at the present time. Because we are on the level. That is unfortunate. I will use the fine leather stuff though. And I guess Madora can have this one. Because he's currently using that better. I think overall I prefer her to have more armor and more movement speed. Right. Let us get ready for the next ambush. And there's another Explodo skeleton. Oh well, at least those are not too dangerous, if we can have something in the way. Right, Archer, another Explodo skeleton, and an undead mage.
You look a bit under the weather.
Right. No, 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 stop, stop.
Looks like more of the Legionnaires sent to investigate.
Oh, for the love of...
Stay sharp, or we'll end up the same.
Soaking spray.
You're casting all my scrolls, aren't you, Animan?
As good as the new pin.
Oh yeah, exactly as planned. Now, I'm gonna ever be so annoyed if you die in the same turn again. That's not so bad. Ooh, so close.
Stop arm strike.
Alright. Still going. Arrow shafts, good. Hatch key. Now we just need to find the hatch that it belongs to. So look at that. Ooh, smelting book. Alright, at least we're out of the rain for a bit. Let's heal up.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
And that book we found. Did you know the great shoemaker master Cole, God rest his soul, used to be a swordsmith? Until his dying day, he was still using the horn of the shoulder of his anvil to make shoes. Well, wood's and metal greaves, but still, talk about slicing bread with an axe. Ooh, superior leather boots. Crippling blows skill book. Bottle, sure. Someone can identify that. 3 gold, fun with fluids. Secrets of the scroll. I guess the librarian would be really happy to have all this stuff back. Ooh, minor strength potion. Poisonous mushroom. Minor strength potion. That's everything. We also have a mirror over here. Let's not touch the mirrors. Nothing good ever comes from touching mirrors. Hello. There's feathers inside. Yeah, you don't say. And surprisingly, there's still food in here. This place looks abandoned. Well, it was locked up, but there's also a crypt in here, so... Alright, that's... Do you have a strength?
Folks, having a bully day? I'm having a bully day. Pushing, pulling, lifting. Look at them muscles, huh? Just like my days at the fair.
Ooh, care to tell me a bit about yourself?
I used to sail the 7 seas with the best of them. Better than the best of them. But found my true calling at the county fair. The strongest man in Cyseal I was, and they built me as such.
What do you mean your days at the fair?
Now those were swell times. How people marveled at my feats of strength. Boy, was I the cat's pajamas back then. Anyone could go up against me in a grand old bare-knuckle jamboree, but did they ever back me? Baloney.
So you like to fight, do you?
Now, I'm not a violent guy. Don't get me wrong. Make no mistake. But you know there's no harm in a little roughhousing now and again. Putting on a show for the roaring crowd. Plenty challenged me in those days, but none managed to best Snorri. No, sir.
Nobody, eh? I bet I could best you myself.
Scrawny against brawny. Could have been a night title fight at the fair. Here are the rules, hotshot. I'm gonna summon an item. Something only Snorri himself could smash. And if you can manage to break it in 35 seconds, you'll have won the challenge. Go getting any pie in the sky hope so, pally pal. This'll be nothing to sneeze at. Noodle arms? So, what are you made of? This place the old 23 skidoo and find a worthy opponent in the Hall of Echoes. Sayonara!
Yay. And some more stuff. Ah, there's some nice friendly ghosts. I like nice friendly ghosts. Who picked up all the books? Get them all in one place, because otherwise I will just lose them. Did we already have this one? Distance potion. Fish can't live in the sky, and a magic spell can't live on mundane paper. Enchant paper with pixie dust to make a setting suitable for the magic that will flow through you. Once you set magical quill to magical paper, allow your spirit to guide you. Surprise is a magic's most endearing element after all. Right, let's have a look at the mirror then.
Looking good.
Yeah, see? That's a nice little distraction. Time to move on. Well, at least these Cysealian soldiers put up a decent fight. Also, we have some stuff to identify. Boots life. Medora probably can use these. Two-handed battle axe of ice. Right, we already have one of those. I actually, well, cloth boots are actually slightly better. Well, we're getting ever closer to the lighthouse. Yeah. Ooh. Some Cysealian soldiers.
Oh, thank the seven. Lucia, it's the Source Hunter. We're not going to die on this haunted cliff after all.
Who's dying? We're just resting up. The calm before the storm. Those ghosties at the lighthouse won't know what hit them.
About the ghosts at the lighthouse.
There's certainly something fishy happening. The light shines sure as the tides, though there's not been an attendant there for nearly 2 decades. Our platoon made a pact with Selenia. We'd check out the lighthouse, and if we made it back, we'd get a ticket home.
What Selenia failed to mention was that it wasn't just the ghosts at the lighthouse we had to worry about. It was every savage skeleton on the way there and back too. When we started, we were 7. Now, Lucia and I are the last alive.
Survival of the fittest, I say. We're just here marshalling our strength before hauling into that lighthouse with our swords blazing.
Mm-hmm.
Ha! Marshalling our strength indeed. To be honest, we've been shaking like chihuahuas, praying for a way out of this mess. And it seems the 7 have sent you.
Aw, chihuahuas are a thing in this world.
Malleus, your dignity's in a puddle at your feet. As for me, an honourable soldier and servant to Rivellon, I'm not afraid to ask nicely. So, what do you say, Source Hunter? Will you check out the lighthouse in the name of your comrades in arms? If Selenia sees the place cleared, we'll be on the next ship out to Cyseal and back to our families.
I'll take my leave.
You'll go to the lighthouse and straighten matters out, yes? Let us know what you find.
Yeah, I may do that, but there's also a chest back here, which is locked. Yeah, we'll leave that. We may find some lockpicks. Alright, more on that. Well, that is pretty much what we were expecting when we set out.
The further we go, the more bodies we find heaped around.
We must be closing in on where they were headed.
Finish today's stream by heading for the lighthouse. Alright, that looks like it's a slightly dangerous looking beastie. Alright. Well, glad you could join us anyway, General Skaven. We have about 15 minutes of stream left. Hey. Well. Ooh, undead lupine horror. That's not great. Well, I guess it's sort of similar. It's mostly turn-based and all that. Well, sort of. See, Dragon Age is more the evolution on the Baldur's Gate system of doing things, which is sort of... it is turn-based, but rendered in real time. Sort of. Because I know there is an option in Dragon Age where you can actually turn the combat into turn-based, I believe. Sort of what like this is doing, but not quite the same. Good. Let's smack you. I really want to kill you. Can I hit you from here? Nope. Can you hit him? No.
Tempests of Winter's core to my aid.
I definitely need to find some slightly wider range set of skills for this. Can you kill him, please? Yes. Good. Crushing fist, please. Yeah, of course he's immune to that, but that's fine. As long as he's stunned, he's not moving anywhere. Just stay put. There we go. And that removes the lock. Alright, let's get rid of all the burning stuff. Despite the fact that it's already raining. Ooh, so much stuff to find. Ooh, Avatar of Poison skill book. Well, keep in mind the older divinities were a product of their time. At the time they came out, Diablo was more in vogue. So naturally, you'll focus more on a system similar to that. Anything back here? Just making sure. No, they can't actually get back there. Alright, let's head inside. Out of this weather. We can't actually go upstairs.
Well, what's this I've spotted?
A free identifying glass. Oh well, those are not all too expensive. I think we've already read at least that one. Magical poison dart scroll. Potion bottles. Ooh, lockpicks. Nice. That'll be coming in handy.
The ship, the waves, the cold, wild sea. And I, the maniac in the darkened lighthouse. Oh, folly. Oh, grievous sin.
Let's loot everything before we talk. Certainly very spheric sound. I think we everything over on this side. Know if there's anything hidden here. Let's talk with the ghost.
What's this? Living eyes that can see the shape of death? Avert your gaze, wanderer, for you are looking upon the phantom of a murderer.
Tell me about yourself.
Samson was my name, a long time ago. I know not why upon my death I became a ghost, doomed to haunt this tower. Perhaps the gods heard of my crime and stripped me of my rightful place in their eternal realm. If so, their punishment was just. Each night I wake the flame in the lighthouse to repent for my wretched sin.
You call yourself a murderer. Why?
That indeed is the tainted title I must bear, and deservedly so. For 15 years ago to the day, it was that I sat atop my lighthouse, the flame unlit, and watched on as a pitiable ship crashed upon the cliff and got devoured by greedy waves. Deliberately had I forgone to do my duty. Willfully did I condemn every soul aboard to a salty sleep on the bed of an indifferent sea.
Why did you do it?
Why did I commit this act of blackest horror? Jealousy, anger, the bitter anguish of a broken heart. Those are the ancient ills that drove me to madness. Desdemona was on board, as I knew she would be, my wife. The delicate beauty of whom I was sure was betraying me with her friend, the dashing Faladar. Possessed as I was by the demons of envy, ire, and torment, I decided that if I had her love no longer, only death could take her for his mistress. And so I sat here, coldly and calmly, as I delivered them both unto the deep. Yet no sooner had the water closed its spuming jaws around the perishing vessel below, that the extent of my offense dawned on my beleaguered mind. Overcome with guilt, I sought escape through the hangman's noose, but rest was not to come.
I heard there might be undead lair here. Do you know anything about that?
Skeletons roam the lands, restless as my troubled soul, but shall not find their lair here. Some scuttle by now and again, but most of the time I reside here in solitude. Solitude and silence.
And you don't really have anything to trade. I'll take my leave.
Another betrayed soul.
The ship.
It is
the
weakness
waves,
that he weeps
the
for.
cold, wild
Her death
sea.
was deserved.
And
Speaking of deserved
the
deaths,
maniac in
will
the
you
darkened
can it,
lighthouse.
or do I need to can you?
Quite a story that ghost had to tell. Not every day one hears about a lighthouse keeper sinking ships just because his wife proved to be unfaithful.
The waves, the cold, wild sea. And I, the maniac in the darkened lighthouse. Oh, folly. Oh, grievous sin.
I, a pitiful creature, torn up so badly by the loss of love that it led him to commit murder. I almost feel sorry for him.
Yeah, he does indeed.
Sorry? The man killed who knows how many innocents for the sake of a sick bout of jealousy. He's a monster.
And how does that change our traits?
The ship, the waves, the cold, wild sea. And I, the were that I could drown in the...
Alright, let's get away from that, because that'll put everyone a little bit in a sour mood. There's no need for that. Did not lose this one, but he doesn't have anything. And there's nothing else here. Alright, let's return to our soldiers and finish this expedition.
How did it go? Don't spare any details. We need to make a full report to the lieutenant.
Alright. That's an interesting story. Clean the grit from your ears and I'll tell you all about it.
Now that's an interesting story. Clean the grit from your ears and I'll tell you all about it.
Let's just stick together on this one. I don't think these guys are cowards per se. I mean, they fought all the way here through what we had to fight through as well, so...
Indeed. Now, there's a story worthy of an audience.
So, let me get this straight. There's a ghost inside operating the lighthouse, and you managed to do away with the bad beasties at the base of the thing. Whew, sounds like a job well done.
And I'm sure Selenia will be thrilled to hear we did it. Another triumph for Legion Daring Do. And if this doesn't buy us a ticket home, nothing will.
I need a moment to reflect.
Right. How selfless is Samantha? I mean, we are soul hunters, we're not necessarily the embodiment of good. I'm thinking option 3. What do you think, chat? Got an opinion? And I could look up what each of these conversations will do for our traits and all that, but I don't want to do that. I'm going with option 3 then.
I've grown increasingly selfless, but I wonder if I've gone too far.
Let's just be nice.
Your generosity honors our esteemed order.
It doesn't do anything. Right. And still locked. Well, let's pick the lock. Hey, more stuff. And a resurrect scroll. That at least recoups some of the losses. Alright, Expedition Lighthouse is done. And despite our best efforts, we have not been able to reduce the list of quests in the log. Yeah, that's okay. Let us actually leave this place and back to Cyseal, because frankly listening to all that noise is gonna put me on edge. We did unlock this waypoint shrine, may as well use it. There, much better. Alright. So, we've done a very good job so far, I think. Nice bit of questing and exploring and all that. Got some good loot out of that. And also plenty of stuff we could probably still make if I ever get around to it, because this needs all sorted out. Actually, not a bad sword. Better than what Mandora currently has. This Aphis is slightly better. Right, so we've managed to secure at least one of the expeditions and actually went outside of Cyseal for a change. Not a bad day's work, I think. Anyways, that'll do for this episode, for this stream, though. Not episode. Let's not do that. I am not yet to the point where I'm feeling comfortable recording Let's Plays while on stream. Partially because I believe that would be extremely boring if I were to do that. But we'll see where we go in the future. Thank you all for coming by. I'm hoping that you are all having a very nice Mother's Day. And you've all been kind to your mothers if you still have them. I'm certainly hoping I will remember to do so when I get around to it again. Anyway, see you all next time when we'll be going on. And bye.